In this video, I'm going to be doing a Christmas set. I was going to say a quick Christmas set, but this took me forever to do. I initially wanted to do a Grinch Christmas set, but I didn't feel like painting out all of the characters. So I ended up doing this, and what I like to think of this is Christmas threw up on my nails. It's just a whole bunch of random stuff, pretty much scattered all over the nails. But to get started, the base I used is Cream Donut from Madam Glam. I tried to paint it on camera, but it wasn't spreading properly because it was super cold in my room. So I took it off camera and painted 2 coats off camera. The first nail I'm going to be working on is the Christmas nail light design. I got this from Nails by Dev. I liked her technique the best, however it didn't really work well for me. I'll explain what I think went wrong when I get to that part. I first started off by painting the wire of the Christmas lights. After I did that, I added these little lines, and this is what the lights are going to sit on. I added, I think, 4 of these. You can add as many as you want. I would just recommend don't do too much, otherwise it might be overkill. I was out of frame there, but what I was trying to do was evenly space them out. Once I was done with all of that, I cured it, and then I applied a thin coat of blooming gel. Before I applied the blooming gel, actually, I did put my colours down on my mixing plate. I chose 4 different colours for the lights, and the colours that I used was Ready Set Ski by Madam Glam, which is the blue, the Strip from Madam Glam, which is the red, Yellow Cab, which is from Madam Glam, which is the yellow, and the green I had to mix up because I actually don't have too many greens, and once I realized that, I actually ordered some. So I got myself a 6-pack of greens from Moravan, or however you pronounce that, and it's gonna come tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, sometime after Christmas. So what I just did was use my dotting tool to place the colors into the wet gel. I did this twice. The first time I didn't film it because I wanted to see how it would go, and Ready Set Ski spread so much and it was just kind of spreading too fast, and the others weren't spreading as fast. So the second time that I did do it, I worked a little bit faster to make sure that they'd all be the same size before I cured it. Because I cured it instantly, it didn't have a chance to bloom, so it doesn't look like a glow of a light, it looks more like the light itself. And because it turned out this way, I didn't fully follow her tutorial. I ended up just kind of doing my own thing. After I cured it, I thought it looked a little bit plain, so I ended up adding some glitter to the lights. I added the matching color, as you can see. When I got to the yellow light, the gold I had was a bit too yellow toned, so I ended up mixing that and a lighter gold that I had. All the glitters I'm using, except from that light gold, is from the Rosalind glitter collection. I made a video on it, I think last week, but I'll link the polish kit in the description. I also have a discount code for it. The next nails I'll be working on is my pointer and middle finger. These were actually supposed to go on my middle finger and ring finger, but I flipped the design by accident. I got the nails mixed up. I'll show more of what I mean towards the end, but I just used the stickers that I got from Shein and just stuck them on randomly. So as you can see on the left, there is a Santa Claus. That was going to be my thumb, but it was looking way too crazy, so I had to redo the whole thing. I don't even know where to start with this Santa Claus. I'm happy it's not the right way up, but if you want to see how terrible it looks, just turn your phone upside down. If you're on a device that you can't turn upside down, consider yourself lucky because it looks a hot mess. A few people got to see how worse it even looked before I had top coated it in that previous footage, and They had some names for it, and I'm going to put it on the screen because some of them were hilarious, but I ended up just going to Google, finding a nice little image and copying it. For me, I find that if I copy the image, I have no issue because I can just copy it exactly for what it is and I don't have to make any adjustments unless, for example, I need to make it a bit smaller to fit the nail, or maybe I can just make it bigger. But what I was trying to do was take something that was clearly made for a short nail and put it on a long nail, and then trying to freestyle on top of it like it was just a hot mess. So next time I'm just going straight to Google and then I'm just going to draw something that I can find. The easiest way I like to draw these things and how I did this Santa head was I first did the outline. So whatever was black on the picture, I just drew out first. Once you draw the outline, it becomes a lot easier because then all you have to do after is fill it in with some color and then add some small detail here and there. So that's pretty much all I'm doing. I can't really explain like super detailed like everything I was doing because I feel like it'd be so confusing. So I figured it would be easier to just watch it with no commentary. If you do have any questions, just let me know in the comments, and I'm going to be quiet now and I'll be back in about a minute or so. A little trick that I realized, and I don't know if it's already out there, but I just realized it when I was doing a character nail set, is that if you don't like doing outlines on things that are circular, all you have to do is, and in this case I'm going to use the ball on the hat to describe what I'm trying to describe. So in this case, you'd get your dotting tool, dip it in the black, make a black circle, cure that, then get your dotting tool again, dip it in the white, and then somewhat try to fill the black circle but leave the free edge so that it somewhat creates that outline. It's not perfect, but it honestly gets the job done. In the Google image, his hair and beard was outlined, but I didn't want to do that for many reasons. Main reason is that it would have been so hard to do the intricate lines, and it was so many of them, and I know if I mess up once, I'm just gonna scrap the whole thing. So I tried it without the outline, and I think I prefer it this way anyway, and it was a lot easier to do it this way. For his nose, I went in with that base color, which is cream donut, and I just applied a little dot and just did the technique that I just spoke about. Once I was done with that, I cured it and I added some glitter to his hat just to make it pop a little bit. His beard being a similar color to cream donut kind of made him a little bit lost, so I added that, and I also added some rhinestones. I added a few green and red rhinestones just to the cuticle area to also make it pop. And this is how the whole set looks. The thumb is my favorite. The rest of it is just like a whole bunch of Christmas just spat at you is the best way I can put it. But if you like this video, like, comment and subscribe. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a great Christmas. If you don't celebrate it, have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.